Hello, everybody. Ah, what a morning it's been. Welcome, everyone. It has been a slow morning. Like it's been taking me a little bit to get myself going, and I am. I was almost going to say I don't need to get changed. I'll just do it in my pajamas, but that's just not what I would do. I would still have to get up, get changed, get dressed. The whole bit. My whole But that's the starting of the energies today because we start off with the moon void off course, and it will be going into Libra later on today. So we have that sort of a slow kind of start of the day, and we might be feeling quite a slowness of it. And you might have had a bumpy sleep last night, so it might be a little bit bumpy. Good morning, Char. And good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I just sort of stepped into all of this. Good morning, everybody on Facebook. For those who are on the Mary June Tracy page, I will comment to you after because I can't read your comments right now. So sending you out blessings, and to those who are on the Guru Mama page. And thank you for those who are on my Facebook Live, or my Facebook Live, but my um YouTube page. So thank you. Thank you very much. And please like and subscribe and press the little bell so it goes ding, 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 and all of that. So good morning. And good morning, those on Instagram. Thanks for joining me, man. Thank you. I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. That's, this morning I was doing my meditations, and um, I have one meditation that I do, and then I went in to do a new meditation, and it was a connection with the energies of the Lemurians. And as I was connecting with this energy, and it was playing, and I'm listening to it, and I had my hands on my heart, it became so emotional. It became so emotional. I was feeling it. There was such a connection, and I could feel this soul connection with that of the earth. And there's a place when I do go in my meditations, and where I meet some of my ancestors and my guides, and it's just this beautiful spot that I go into. But I have greenhouses, and all of these greenhouses that are there are greenhouses of my family. Each one has its own greenhouse, and sometimes I go in there and attend those greenhouses. But in this circle this morning, it was like almost where there's only, like, I don't have to attend any of these greenhouses anymore for my children. They shone a light onto each of the four houses, and I started to cry. And this morning. And I was thinking, I'm thinking, oh my God, do I have to redo my makeup again? Um, that's just part of my routine. Anyways, I could feel that light was shining upon their own journey, and that I had this newness of what, for me to create. And as I'm doing this, it was like where they made it that we can change. They're showing that we can change. We made it, we can change it. We created it, we can bring in something new. Creation is so powerful. Our consciousness, our state of consciousness is such a powerhouse of what we recognize as the wholeness or in our oneness. We have such a common energetic connection with one another, and it is powerful, and it is this connection that we have a vastness of the Milky Way. So I've been posting a lot of pictures from Stonehenge. There's this beautiful woman that she takes her drone out there. She takes these beautiful pictures of the Milky Way. I mean, I'm just thinking, man, our ancestors were so fucking connected, and we are so so disconnected with the earth, that this was just, with this alignment with the Milky Way, with that of how the moon is setting and how the sun is rising. And there is this unlimited tapped in energy that we can, this vastness that when you look at other religions around the world or ancient histories, how they tapped into this vastness, how they tapped into this connection of the galaxies. And that's all within us. I mean, we have this power of unlimitedness, and the truth is out there, and there is such intelligence. I mean, you're seeing things coming up on the news now about UFOs and well, I guess this is an unidentified, flying object. You go into the Hindi religion and you see them, they're battling in these type of spaceships and stuff, and they, the chariots that went across the sky. That connection is there, and it's always been there. Yet we are, and it's beyond our reality and our understanding at many times. And so it should be, because that's what breaks the greatness of the mystery. That's what brings in that greatness of trust and faith, and coming in with that trust and faith. That is so, so, so important. So we are in this day and going through the weekend. We may be feeling deeply overwhelmed with all of this. And we might be feeling where we are wanting to connect in some way, but it's difficult for us to connect, especially this morning. It is a day of grounding and beginning to release our carts in all of this. This is where we are needing to come into our heart connection as we are leading up to this full moon in Scorpio. And this full moon in Scorpio is a very powerful one. And it is a powerful one that we are able to release. There's a sense that we can come in and releasing our burdens, releasing those obstacles that are standing in our way. So this energy is very transformational. So definitely, I have a few spaces left if you are wanting to order a full moon reading from me. They're $25. So if you're wanting to order one, definitely get a hold of me, and you'll get it probably Monday. I'm going to say Monday because my weekend is pretty crazy. So I won't be able to get to any of it today, and it's a crazy day already. So we want to send this loving, healing energy and begin to do this, and begin. So we have this to be grounded. So we have this really beautiful energy that is in Taurus. So the Taurus energy is bringing in that grounding. We also have, with the moon coming into Libra, and then we'll be going into Scorpio later on in the weekend. It is a time for us to kind of, let's get through things. Let's get things done. Let's do things. Especially because this morning is a little bit mellow, and by the afternoon it could get crazier. We have this energy of Venus and Uranus, which is, they're going to be meeting. This is their third meeting out of 8 years, of the vision, of bringing in the vision. What is that vision that you are wanting to create? And the moon coming in to adjust and have us come into this, to pay attention, this intensity of paying attention. So we might be bouncing some ideas around. So, and, with the energies also, because we have Jupiter going to be stationing, going retrograde. With that Pluto that will be going retrograde, it is a deepness. It's a very powerful 6 months of transformation and change. The energies that are coming in and the shift that is coming in for us for this connection is really going to shift and really show us how our 2021 reality is going to look like, and how the world is going to turn, and how those changes of transformation are going to come in. And this is where this moon being so powerful, it is one that says, okay, how do you want to create the change? What is it that because we don't want to go into this, entering into this energy with regrets. So this is where we want to come in and make the alignments that we need to make. And that's why it's so beautiful with this vastness and connection, and coming into this gentle connecting with the feminine and with the goddess energy and with the water, because this moon that's coming in, and this energy of this moon is water. So it's that feminine, it is receiving, it is deep, it is our sacral energy of coming in with this connection of receiving. It's very deep and releasing and transformation. So this releasing deeper connections, washing of the deep-seated programming that we may have, and it's this karmic soul contracts that have ended that we are now able to release. So being able to release some of these contracts that we have. So it is a deep completion, and there's emotion. There's emotion that comes in. And even in my meditation, I could, feeling and sending out that love to the world, and sending out the love to so many places that are going through, these crazy transformations that are hitting them right now, and sending them out this love, sending them out this ho'oponopono, right? And it's so important. There's my little cat there. She's wanting out, but I'm ignoring her, so she's probably going to do something to say. So this is bringing in, and this is the year of the ox. This is the year, we're in Taurus, the year of the ox. So this is very methodical. This is where we come in, and we got to allow for that movement and change to happen. And this is where we also have to come into that grounding, because it is slow moving, and this powerful energy and coming in, and we're moving this energy. And you think of the ox and putting on the ox and stirring up the earth, bringing in this earthly transformation, bringing in that of stirring up the earth and moving it, moving the piles of earth, moving this in order to create what we are soulfully feeling alignment to, and allowing the releasing that no longer serves us. So we have, this is where, if you're not your job or to carry others, this isn't for us to carry others. This is for us. And that's why, when I sat on that plateau with my beautiful, energetic masters, and they showed me, and they said, no, they have to carry their own. They have to do their own. It is not for me to carry that anymore, nor is it for me to carry anyone else's. And that's such power comes in with this. And this is where we, to let go and delegating, so that we delegate. And so the energies are shifting through us and letting go. And this is like letting go across all time, space, and dimension. So when we go in and we go into our meditations and we're wanting to release, we want to release this energy across all time, space, and dimension, releasing across all time, space, and dimension. And when I do healings, that's what I do. Or even going into a house and doing a healing, I release across all time, space, and dimension, allowing for transformation and change to come forth and come in, so that the light can shine, and allowing for the light to shine. And as we are releasing, and as we're releasing of the death of the old, we are allowing ourselves to transcend. So think of the death card. The death comes to everybody. He doesn't say, "Ooh, I'm only going to death over there." Death he's just there. He just does his job. But in that, there is this beautiful releasement, right? And this is where sometimes we get fear of death. We get fear of thinking, oh my God, that's the final, that's the end. There's no more. There's nothing after this, and that's where the transcendent comes in. It's like when we release something, when those contracts are over, they're done. That allows us to have that releasement, that allows us to move in this forward motion. And as we are able to move in that forward movement and go into this newness, this is bringing in our love. It's bringing in calmness. It's bringing in peace, no matter what is out in the world. Because that's where we need to start flowing in. That is that river. That is that deep feminine. That is that energy that is coming in with this moon. And as Pluto goes retrograde, it is allowing us to really get into, in the next 6 months, of bringing in the transformation and changes, so that we can ascend like the phoenix, and bring that in. So this is like where we're taking on, you might, feel like, because you're an empath, you take on so much, you might be feeling everybody else's stuff that they are releasing. But this is not what we want to do. This is not what we want to do. This is what we want to create, where we don't take on their stuff. So we fortify our energies. We bring in the fortification and asking for that. We're asking for that violent flame to come down through us, with us, in us, surround us, strengthen and fortify our energy fields, so we do not take on, hey Lexi, take on all of everybody else's shit. And that's where this is coming in. So it's a connection for ourselves, and this shifting, and this full moon, and with Pluto retrograde, it's a deeply transformational energy that we are going through, and we will be going through. And we will see that within our earth. We will see that with those around us. This is where we, in this vastness of connection of the galaxies, it is so fucking beautiful. And it is so awesome that we must trust in our divine and in our divine energies. So let me pull out some cards for us today. And I brought out, I go to my standby deck. I'm looking at the Oracle of the Dragon Fae. That's a beautiful deck too. I might pull that out in a minute. So let's just bring out some tarot first. So we have our first one is the battle. So we have the 5. The 5 of Wands comes in. So we have this 5 of Wands, and fives are change, transformation. So we have this change, but the thing is that we might be battling, but these battles aren't where, they're not crossing. They're looking up. Some of them are looking up. They're holding their sticks up. Some might be, you might have conflict around, but others, look at that one guy, he's cheering. This guy over here is cheering. So we're looking at this energy of change. We're looking at this energy of bringing in, where some might want to have total full-on combat, but others are like, no, let us raise up. There's things to cheer about. There's some really great things to come in, because it's going to lead us onto another road. It's going to take us on a journey from the darkness to the light. And that's standing in our power. And with standing in our power, it allows us to grow. There are things where maybe this is maybe the karmic one. This is the one that says, what are you letting go of? What have you done? Are you, this is done growing. There's something there that's new that wants to sprout. And yeah, it might take some time, and it might take, some of your energy there, but that's where it needs to go. And that frustration might come in for you. So there's a frustration that comes forth with that, and it's that frustration that will hold you back, right? So let's bring in these Dragon Fae. If you've never seen these cards, they're by Lucy Cavendish. So there's these cards here that I just pulled out. So they're just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. So we're going to bring in some dragon energy in the Fae, right? You've been frustrated all week. Yes, I believe it. Yeah, it's frustrating. There's changes. I mean, things are in Mars, and then Mars goes into Cancer. So remember, with that energy with Mars, I mean, now the moon is in Libra, so you're going to feel, maybe there's some negotiations that need to be taken on. It might be negotiating, looking at balancing with relationships, a lot to do with relationships today. And then when it goes, I mean, Mars is the co-ruler of Scorpio. So that full moon and Scorpio with Mars in Cancer is really, it's going to be really deep. It's going to be crazy, of that energies, of bringing in the change. Heidke's door. Knock on the door. 33. Knock on the door. Time to knock on the door. Time to see what is behind there and see what's there. It's usually an affirmation in here. Nervous about a new chance. The door perceptions are about to change forever. So doors of perception are about to change. There's change that's coming. So it's up to you on, are you going to open that door, right? Are you going to really open that door? Because it is working on the astral plane, and we talk about this in the fairy class, of that meeting up on the astral plane with our ancestors or with someone that we are looking for guidance with, and having a conversation. So this is all about, opening the doors for change. That means opening something. There's something on the other side of that door that you need to see. Drystan, and look beneath the surface. Ooh. So there's something on the other side, but you got to look beneath the surface of it. So there is that transformation and change. There is some activity that's happening for us to go onto another road, but maybe we need to look deeper into some facts, look deeper into things, and not hold on. Are you being distracted about something? Is there something there that you're distracted about? Because this is about, it's a card of a person or being who makes no claims to virtue. Their every word and deed reveals their intent. However, if you are drawn in by their charm and charisma, you may find yourself wishing and hoping they were indeed your hero, only in disguise. So as you're going through, you got to be grounded as you're opening that door. You got to be grounded coming into the feminine, being able to release any fears so that you don't get drawn into some illusions and those illusions that are there. And then in comes Pendragon. Oh my God. So that's pure male energy. Pendragon comes forth. And with Pendragon coming forth, bringing in that male energy, that is a very forcefulness. That is a very, let's get going. I love him. Look at him. He's such a beautiful looking dragon. Very wise. There's wisdom there. There's definite wisdom that is coming in with that. And we must trust the wisdom that's coming forth so we don't get lost in the craziness of it. 8, 9, 10, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. And there's a 3 there, 33. So there is change and transformation that's coming in for us. Change and transformation that's coming in. And it's stepping into that change and transformation and allowing it. And that the energy of the pure masculine, bringing in the air and the air and the fire are masculine. So air and fire are masculine. So the swords are masculine, and the swords are sitting on the water. So the water is the transformation, the change of the feminine, and the earth is the feminine. So bringing in that energy of the masculine and the feminine for the balance. And with that, when you're working with this, it is to begin to list and feel and think of some of your positive experiences with masculine energy. So bringing that energy in and saying, okay, this is what, this is how this worked with me when I've worked with masculine energy, when I've worked with men or my father, my brother. Okay. Or it could be women who had a lot of masculine energy. How did you feel with that? Because it feels like there's a lot of power of masculine energy that is coming in for us, that is wanting us to not change, because masculine energy is this force, like feminine energy, as we're coming into this moon, is a flowing energy, and allowing for that flowing energy to come forward for us. So it's it's a huge weekend of bringing in change and building up to that full moon energy. So be grounded, stay in your light. Releasing energy that is no longer serving you is a big one. So if there's things there that are no longer serving you, that means you got to go into a meditation. You got to allow. Full moon readings, $25. If you are interested in the sun, moon, and rising sign workshop, definitely sign up for it. It's $33. It's online live. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different coming in May, as we're going into the May energy. So what I'm going to be doing is that on May 10th, I'm going to be starting my regular meditation. But for that week prior is that I'm going to be putting a link up for those who want to join me in the morning for a morning meditation for just that week, because it'll be free that week. And then from Monday to Thursday. So it's only going to be for 4 days. If you want to join me for a morning meditation, the link will be up. I'll post it the night before, and I'll be going live probably around 6 a.m. It's the time I go live for my meditations. And then if you decide to join me and continue on meditating, my meditations are Monday through Friday, and they're at 6 a.m. So, and depending if other family obligations or if I'm going out of town, which I will be in May. So I'll be going up to Manville. So sending you guys out so much love. Lots happening, creating, transformational, and just sending you out so much love, everyone. So be your light, and take some time to really start looking in on your grounding and your cart and what's in it and releasing. Blessings, everybody. Have a great day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.